The YouTuber Joseph Morris may have helped Bryan Kohberger stay at large and delayed justice by creating false evidence that they reported as real in the Moscow, Idaho investigation. Now, getting busted doing this seems to have caused him some real problems, to the point that he ghosted months of videos. In fact, the last video on his channel was uploaded 7 months ago, and you can see it charted real time, where he went from uploading almost daily to dumping tens of millions of views. And the crazy thing about this isn't the first time that he's fabricated evidence. There are at least 2 other cases this happened in as well. You and I are going to talk about it all today. Crazy times, huh? Crazy times indeed. All right, so hey there to all you fine folks of this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. So the problems for Joseph Morris started around 3 weeks ago when he was called out for faking evidence.
What is up, Ticket Mel? And we have to talk about some things with regards to Joseph Morris, a YouTuber that came out with some audio yesterday that he claimed a neighbor released. I didn't want to have to talk about this or get into this, but this is pretty despicable.
Now, this isn't the first time that Joseph Morris has created fake headlines. In fact, he's done this 3 times, but every time it gets progressively worse. First time, Gabby Petito. He takes old information, recycles it into a new narrative, so it becomes something new. JD versus AH. He starts creating false evidence. He just makes it up. He makes up fake headlines, makes up fake video, and more. But in this one, he claims he has an audio file. And this audio file, it's the end of life for 4 unfortunate people.
His audio seems to have some sort of modification on there where it's either, I think it's either audio filtered to make it sound like it's outside, or he's playing this on another device outside or somewhere, and it's actually him just breathing on the phone.
Now, Joseph Morris has to know that he's in trouble here, because not only has he been caught faking something in an active investigation, but also in the past he's faked headlines so nobody could track it to the source, or his video had never been tracked down. But here the source is found. Listen to this, and you know Joseph Morris was sweating it.
Now, the source of the audio, that's a whole nother thing. If you go online and you look up, I have to give a huge warning on this. Don't go watch it yourself unless you're prepared. And that's where this audio comes from. If you look up Jewel Ranted Livestream Takes a Turn, you can find that audio.
Now, Joseph Morris doesn't stop there. Oh no, he has to create a fake headline to go along with his fake evidence. And people were calling the police. They were saying, look at what's here. Again, it's been backed up by the media. Then it gets exposed. When it gets exposed, the police, they're getting calls about this again. Yeah, something happened, and I think Joseph Morris, he got a call that he didn't want. But listen to how this gets exposed. It's glorious.
A multitude of reasons why. People from Discord, people from the Twitter community, they've reached out to the reporter that wrote this article. They tagged the reporter. They tagged the Daily Mail here. They tagged Joseph Morris, which I hear Joseph Morris on Twitter. Now he's blocking anybody that questions him about this article and the authenticity of the audio. And so this person here replied and tagged Daily Mail, wondering if you can enlighten inquiring minds as to whether this highlighted piece was originally part of your article. Seems suspect to me as I read the article online and never seen this highlighted part. Looks odd, like it's tampered with, to be honest. Guy that wrote the article replies back, yes. Fake news, yes, tampered. Another thing, I went and pulled up the article as well, myself. I pulled up the exact portion that this guy has, where it says Moscow Chief Police attends, and it has this whole thing. You can pause it and go back and forth if you want. This whole part here does not exist. What I suspect this guy did was on this second line here, he added the first line. So if you go back here, you see on his fabrication, these 2 parts, the victims and the 3 women, that's combined together. It's supposed to be separate on the original article. He combines them together in the second line, and then he replaces the first line with the fake information that he wanted to put in. So I'm going to show you what this guy did. I've seen this many times online. I watch these YouTubers that expose scammers, and what these scammers will do is they'll edit the HTML on a website on the person's computer. So you're not actually changing what the website says. You're only changing it on your end locally through the web browser. So let me show you. So you click here, right? I'm going to modify the second line here, and I'm going to add the first line like this guy did, right? So you go to right click, inspect, and then on the line that's highlighted, you right click and you hit edit as HTML. And here you have the line, the text line of what this guy, what the article says. And so I'm going to add the first line like this person did, Joseph. Okay. Come here, add in the line, put a little space. And let's see. Now look what it says. Okay. The first line added to the second line. Now, here, I'm going to inspect this one and modify this, right? Joseph Morris, combine the first and second line. Then you go back under HTML, inspect, edit, and you can put in whatever you want. Joseph Morris makes up audio for clicks and views on for deceased victims. Change it. Boom.
Now, Joseph Morris has had this type of behavior called out in the past, but what makes this different is he removes things here. This tells you he knows he has some type of problem. You can see it happen real time, too. You can see he's trucking along. He's picking up subscribers. He's putting out material, again, almost daily. And then all of a sudden, the subscriber loss starts. Then he starts removing videos. And when you look at his channel right now, again, he's not uploading anything. He doesn't have any new content for the last half year plus. So right after the JD versus AH trial, he deleted everything that he put up in the aftermath. All of the fake videos, all of the fake articles, all of the fake evidence, and he's still active on Twitter. I mean, right now, I just looked at his Twitter account. He still posts about case, but he doesn't post about the stuff right here. It makes you wonder if going in and doing this, it got him threatened. It got him on the eyes of law enforcement, maybe on the platform too. Yeah, it really makes you wonder. And it makes you wonder what kind of damage, real world damage, that he ultimately did. But anyway, let me know what you think about this. Let me know, too, if you know more about this as well. Thank you for being here. Links in the description if you want to check them out. Appreciate you. See ya.